Welcome to the deep dive. All right, if you've ever felt like your RC car handles like a pogo stick, maybe especially a classic like the Tamiya Frog, well, this one's for you.
Yeah, it's a common frustration.
We've dug through the guides, the forums, all that stuff to really get to grips with suspension tuning for the Frog. We'll unpack the basics, look at the Frog's unique design, and give you a solid recommendation.
The goal is definitely to help you get that handling dialed in.
Okay, so first principles. Springs and dampers, they work together, right, but do totally different things.
Absolutely fundamental.
The spring, its job is pretty straightforward. Support the car, absorb bumps, and its rate is key.
Yeah, how much force it takes to compress it.
Softer means more grip on loose stuff. Stiffer stops it bottoming out. Simple enough.
Right, but then you have the damper, the shock absorber. And this is where, people often get confused.
Yeah.
Its only job, its critical function, is controlling the speed of the spring. How fast it compresses, how fast it rebounds. It does that with silicone oil.
Okay, speed, not stiffness. And this brings us to that big myth, doesn't it? The idea that you just slap in thicker oil to make it stiffer.
Exactly, such a common mistake.
Yeah.
Thicker oil only makes it slower. Doesn't add stiffness like changing a spring does.
And trying to use thick oil to stop bottoming out is bad.
Really bad.
Oh, yeah.
You're just asking to blow shock caps or damage something because the oil can't move fast enough at hydraulics.
Ouch.
And, it's all about synergy. A strong spring needs strong damping, thicker oil to control that powerful rebound.
Makes sense.
But a soft spring needs less damping, lighter oil. Too much damping on a soft spring, and it packs up.
Explain packing up.
It's when the shock can't rebound fast enough over bumps in quick succession. So the wheel stays compressed, doesn't follow the ground, you lose traction, skips over stuff.
Got it. Okay, so let's connect this to the Tamiya Frog. 1983 design, pretty unique.
Oh, yeah. Very unique. Lightweight frame, but the suspension, it's asymmetrical.
Asymmetrical how?
Well, the front has coil springs inside the arms, but absolutely no oil damping. None.
So it's just springy.
And inherently bouncy, exactly, which anyone who's driven one knows immediately.
Right.
But the rear, that has two proper oil-filled shocks.
Okay, so the imbalance.
Yep.
What's the big deal there?
The big deal is those two rear shocks have to control everything, the pitch of the whole chassis, and try to counteract that undamped bounce from the front.
Wow. So getting the rear oil wrong?
Destabilizes the entire car. Makes it totally unpredictable.
Yeah.
That pogo stick feeling you mentioned, that's often why.
Right. Now, Tamiya uses that color-coded oil system measured in centistokes. Viscosity, basically.
Yep. And the standard oil in the kit is yellow. That's hashtag 400
Okay, standard. But we were just saying soft springs need lighter damping.
Exactly. The rule of harmony, let's call it. So if you've maybe put softer springs on your Frog, which a lot of people do for better grip.
Then that stock yellow hashtag 400 oil is now too thick.
Almost certainly, yes. It'll make the rear end feel sluggish, overdamped. It'll pack up over bumps, just like we talked about.
Okay, so what's the recommendation? What should people use?
Based on everything, the clear starting point is Tamiya Orange Oil. That's hashtag 300 CSN. It's the next step down, readily available.
Start with orange, hashtag 300.
Yeah, test it. If the rear still feels a bit slow on the rebound, a bit dead, then don't hesitate to go to Tamiya Red. That's hashtag 200 CSN.
Okay, orange 300, maybe red 200. Both in the soft set, right?
Correct. Easy to find.
So how do you test this properly, besides just driving it, I mean?
Well, driving's important, but a simple bench test is really useful. The drop test.
Ah, yes, the classic drop test. How does that work again?
Simple. Hold the Frog maybe 2 or 3 feet up over a hard surface, drop it flat.
And watch it happen.
Exactly. You want to see it compress smoothly, then rebound back to its right height in one go. One controlled rebound, no extra bounces.
And what if it doesn't do that?
Well, if it slaps the chassis hard on landing, your springs might be too soft. If it bounces up and down like a basketball.
Oil's too thin, not enough damping.
Precisely. And if it compresses and just stays down, or rebounds really slowly like it's stuck in molasses.
Oil's too thick, overdamped, packing up even on a single drop.
You got it. It's a really quick way to see if you're in the ballpark.
And then obviously watch it on the track too, how it handles bumps, corners, jumps.
Yeah, does it skip over bumps? Does it roll too much in turns or feel lazy? Does it land jumps cleanly or bounce? All clues.
What a great breakdown. So,
Yeah.
Key takeaways. Spring support, dampers control speed, always match damping to spring rate.
Thinner oil for softer springs. Absolutely crucial.
And for the Frog, that undamped front makes getting the rear oil right absolutely critical. Orange #300 or red #200 is probably where you want to be if you've softened the springs.
It really is a process that turns you from just driving the car to understanding how it works. It's rewarding.
Totally. So as you're tweaking your Frog, here's a thought. These ideas of balance, matching components, how systems interact, where else does that show up? Maybe managing a project, cooking, even just organizing your day. It's all systems, isn't it? Something to think about. Until the next deep dive.